the very top of the implant. So it was designed, the implant was specifically designed for all-on-4. So if you go somewhere for a second opinion, and remember what I said at the very beginning, it's incredibly, incredibly important that you always get 2 opinions or 3 opinions or whatever it takes. Because when you move ahead and you decide you're going to have treatment, you need to have informed consent. That means you need to understand what the procedure is, what is happening to me, what are the components. So I keep emphasizing the gold standard. So you need the gold standard if it's an all-on-4 by the Malo protocol. You must have no bone grafting. You must have the implant that was designed for the procedure, because that implant was designed to actually get the stability to be able to put the teeth on the one day. And the third part of the equation is the first set of teeth that go on are just made of acrylic. I call them the training wheels, because when we're actually putting something in, then you'll see that it's a bit of trial and error for you, for me, in a little way, in terms of we've got to get the speech right, we've got to get the appearance right, and we've got to get the bite right. But also, we have to allow the bone to heal onto the implants. Can you imagine the Sydney Harbour Bridge is made of steel? But in a big wind, what happens? It flexes. It's got some flexibility, because if it was too stiff, it would fall down. So the Malo protocol is designed to have 2 sets of teeth. And the first set of teeth is the trial teeth. And then this titanium bar is put into the next set of teeth. And that gives the teeth the strength, but it also gives the teeth the longevity and the predictability. Now, also what you need to know is if you don't have that bar, you may void your warranty on the implants. And I can tell you, when you deal with the best implant companies in the world, and Noble Biocare being the main one, if you have a problem with an implant, and I can tell you that anybody who does dental implants does not have a 100% success rate. And if you expect 100% success rate, then I would suggest don't do dental implants. Just have a denture. I do dental implants and I've done thousands. And I have complications because the science and the literature says the success rate is between 95 and 98%. So there's between 5% potentially where you could have a problem with an implant. So it's like going, if you've got a Mercedes-Benz and then you start to put second-hand parts on it, or parts that don't quite fit. They seem to fit, but they actually don't fit. So it's important that we have got this success rate because we stick to a particular way of doing things time and time again. Therefore, no bone grafting, speedy implant, internal or external, a titanium bar, and that's what all the research is based on. So you need to write those things down because it's incredibly important. So where do we go? Let's take a journey to my new smile, and you can see those photos on the left-hand side, and the top's not too pleasant. And you look at the one underneath, and that looks great. I guess it really is like an architect's plan, isn't it, really? When you build a house, you've got to make the decision. Do I pull the house down and do I have a block of land that's empty and I can rebuild it? Or do I try and save some of the teeth and then build around it? Well, All-on-4 was invented for two reasons, for two people really. It's the people that have already lost their teeth, so they've got dentures and they can't stand them, or it's for people that are going to lose all their teeth. So sometimes I'll get people coming in with 2 missing teeth and they say, Larry, I'm here for my All-on-4. And I say, well, you know, that's a bit like coming in with a sore finger. I can chop your arm off at the shoulder. It's going to fix your finger, but it could be pretty drastic. So it's really, really important to understand that All-on-4 is a treatment modality that's designed for people that have dentures or are going to lose all their teeth. We just don't pull good teeth out to do All-on-4, even though a lot of people think that'd be great. I'm going to get my teeth within 24 hours. That's very exciting. So when we come in, what we're going to do is we're going to do a consultation with myself. We're going to listen to you, do an examination, and what we're going to do is find out what you want, because it's not what I want. You're coming to me for advice, and I'm going to give you very independent advice. My advice will basically be from doing nothing, and that may be what we do, or it may be something a little bit more sophisticated. It may be something that's involved in actually keeping most of your teeth or a lot of your teeth and putting implants in around them, or it may be all on four. So whoever you see, you need this x-ray, and you see the x-ray on the left-hand side. That is a three-dimensional x-ray. What it does, it just doesn't tell us the height of the bone, it tells us the width of the bone. And the width is the most critical, because if you don't have width, then you can't put the implant in. So please don't let anybody operate on you if they haven't taken one of these x-rays, and we give you a complimentary one of those x-rays because we're fortunate enough to have those machines in our office. So initial consultation is going to come up with a plan, and the plan will involve all options. And it'll be a financial plan as well, and it'll tell you the risks and the rewards and what potential complications. And you have to take that away, and you have to make a decision in your own time, and you shouldn't be rushed into that decision. It should be a very measured decision. If you've got to the point, then you've decided, yes, I want to proceed with that. I've had a couple of opinions, and I'm either happy with myself or I'm happy with somebody else. Then what you've got to do when you go to an architect, they draw a plan. We're drawing our own plan. And our plan will involve taking some photographs. It'll be meeting with our technicians. It'll be looking at the color, the shape, and deciding, what do you want? Because often I see people where they hate their teeth. They're out of position. They may have had gum disease. Their teeth have drifted. Gaps open up between their teeth. And I don't know if you realize that when you actually get movement of your teeth, that can actually slowly affect your speech. So when we're actually looking at what we're trying to achieve, there's three things that are absolutely critical, which you should write down. And that is, we want to get the aesthetics exactly how I want it, you want it, and to make sure the aesthetics in a position so that you can speak properly and you can bite properly. Because if your bite is not right, it can lead to pain in your jaws. So it's very important that we get these things right. And you can see my technician, Peter, there, and this is at the workup stage. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go on, and my computer stopped moving for some reason. Bear with me, it's just not going, it's not moving on. Just have to stop sharing for a second. Bear with me. Okay, so what have we done? We're then going to go to, with Peter. We're onto this slide. Sorry, there's a bit of always a computer glitch, isn't there? So we've got that. So I hope everybody's actually seeing that again, as everybody's on board seeing that again. So now what we've done is we've done our workup, and then we're going to have our day of surgery. Now, this procedure can be done either while you're awake, means in the dental chair under local anaesthetic, or you may choose to have a general anaesthetic. And so if you have a general anaesthetic, it means that we need to have an anaesthetist, a specialist anaesthetist, and we also need recovery nurses, and we need to do it in an operating type theatre. And we're very, very fortunate at Bond Street to have state-of-the-art operating theatres for your safety. So what we're going to do is the day of the surgery, and it depends on whether you've got teeth or you haven't got teeth. If you've got teeth, and the beauty of the all-on-4 is that not only can I take the teeth out on the day, level the bone, clean it, put the implants in, you can still get your teeth within the same day or the next day, within 24 hours. So it's pretty exciting. So, but before surgery, we have to prepare you for a few things, which I'll take you along the way a little bit later. So once we've done the surgery, we're going to actually put your teeth in. And then we're going to have a few review appointments. These are very, very important. We need to have a 2-week review, which means to make sure that all the stitches, which are dissolvable stitches, you'll be happy to know I don't have to take them out. So that's a wonderful thing. Then we're going to review you at 1 month and 2 months. And what we're really doing at those things is we're seeing how you're progressing. Are you happy with the appearance? How's the bite feeling? Are you comfortable? Are you biting your tongue? Are you biting your cheeks? Are you speaking well? All those things are very, very important. And over thousands of cases, having done this, I know exactly how precise you need to be. At 3 months, remember the bone is now healed onto the implants. So we need to take an X-ray to verify that. And we're going to review it, and we're going to tick off on our special sheet we have you fill out. Am I happy with the appearance? Am I happy with the speech? Am I happy with the bite? Then if there's a tick, 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 we're going to produce another lot of impressions, and we're going to make your permanent teeth and your next teeth. So the final visit will be to insert your final teeth, and you'll just see a photo of someone on the left-hand side that has your teeth. So that's really the journey. The initial consultation to find out, what do I need? What are the risks? What are the complications? What are the costs? Working up to make sure our plan as an architect, we're achieving what we want to achieve. Obviously doing the surgery. And look, it's very important. Look, I've done thousands of cases, and it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to do one jaw. Some people take 4 or 5 hours to do a jaw. I know, because I teach it. So it's important. Make sure, and I'm not saying go with me, but make sure you make a considered decision before you get into your surgery. Your review appointments are very, very, very important, because it's what we're going to do to produce your final teeth. So, and then what's going to happen is, if you're not going to sign up to this maintenance program, that means every 6 months you need to be in to see my hygienist. We need to review your teeth. We need to see that you're maintaining them. Then please don't do the surgery, because it's like you go and buy a lovely car. It can be a Rolls Royce, it can be a Mercedes. If you don't service it, it will break down. And implants are a wonderful modality, but if they're not clean, the same as teeth, they can break down. So just be prepared that every 6 months you're going to have to do that. And there's a cost for that. And it's about $250 per visit every 6 months to do that. And what we do is we unscrew the teeth, make sure everything's right, and I'll show you that a little bit later on. I always say, and this is very important, when you do surgery, there's 3 things that actually happen. You can't do surgery without swelling. You can't do surgery without some bruising. And you can't do surgery without some pain or discomfort. But I can tell you that probably 100% of people get swelling. Probably 50% of people get bruising, and about 10% of people feel significant pain. It's actually very surprising how little pain there is in the mouth after the procedure. But I can tell you 100% people feel the pain in the pocket, right? Because they actually have to pay for it. So it's very important when you actually do it, is you've got to have to work out how you are going to fund that. And it's something up to you in terms of doing that. And it's something you can discuss with my coordinators. It's something you need to plan for, because it is a commitment. It is a financial commitment to you. So you may decide, well, I might do one jaw and then come back and do the other. You may decide to do both. So the beauty about All on 4, generally you don't have to do both jaws, and most people do, but we've got the ability to be able to get through and do it for you. So I love this picture, because this picture is apple and oranges. And I often get this thing because people say to me, Larry, I see such a range of costs. And it's really, you can't compare apples with oranges. You can only compare apples with apples. So let me go back to that and explain what I actually mean. Is you may see someone that